All right, y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm King Tyson. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Like I always tell y'all to do in the beginning or the end of my videos. Check it out. Before we start, write me at kingtyson713@yahoo.com. If you want my advice about something, you want my opinion about something, write me, kingtyson713@yahoo.com. Also, if you like this content, please go to the video tab section of the YouTube channel, click on the video that interests you, watch it, give me some feedback in the comments. I really appreciate that. So look, I'm getting off work, y'all. I'm tired. So I just want to make this quick video. I was watching something that was very interesting. It's a adult film star named Bunny Blue. If you haven't heard of Bunny Blue set a record for sleeping with 1,000 men in 12 hours. So basically she broke it down. I know ladies gonna say that's so disgusting. She's an adult film star. She said she slept with each guy for 30 seconds. I guess the guy had 30 seconds to finish or whatever, right? So yeah, 1,000 guys in 12 hours, right? I know ladies are saying that's sick or whatever, right? She got all kind of controversy because she said that she took over 400 men virginity. So she got all kind of controversy and stuff like that, right? But the reason why I'm bringing her up, right? Don't worry about all the other shit she did, right? That shit is that's just her resume. We ain't even talking. I'm not even here to talk about that. I'm just giving a context of who she is, right? But she said something that was very interesting, and it's basically what I said. And when I made a video about this, gotta fix my head, y'all. When I made a video about this, the women jumped on my case, right? Y'all jumped on my case when a man is trying to tell y'all the truth. And y'all, it don't matter. Men are gonna cheat regardless. It don't matter what you do. You can do this and do that, and men still gonna cheat. But the reason why I'm bringing this up because of what she said, that she had a very interesting point, which what I said. But she said that by her being can't say the word, SMEX worker, adult film star, she said that she slept with thousands of men. She said that she has report that of men that she talked to, right? She said, so before she was an adult film star, she was prostituting herself, right? She was a prostitute, right? So she said that when she was a prostitute, which I know you saying, ladies, what's the difference between a prostitute and an adult film star, right? I ain't gonna go there, but I'm gonna say this. I'm just going off what she said, right? She said that she talked to a lot of men, and she said she despised men that were married, who had a girlfriend, who was married with kids. She despised all men because they would pay her for SMEX, right? And so she started talking to the guys. She said she just couldn't stand guys. But then when she talked to the men, and the men said they start, I guess these brothers, after they get they rocks off, they start pillow talking, right? I'm sure right after they paid her or before they paid her, whatever, right. What I'm saying is the men had said, she said majority of the men who were married with kids and relationships, the reason why they was paying for sex because they felt that their wife was not putting out. Feel like their wife wasn't giving head. They said they couldn't remember the last time they was intimate with their wife. It was months at a time, and they rather just pay Bunny Blue to get their rocks off. And when I made a video similar to that, the women went on my head all in the comments. That's not true. And I tell women this, ladies, you got to remember, I'm 42 years old. So I've been working since I was like 13, 14 years old, right? When I really start, and I got a lot of experience with working with all demographic of men, right? Because I always do men job mainly. You see, I'm in uniform, I'm doing HVAC work, but I normally work with men, right? Majority of the time. And I'm gonna say this, the average man who is married normally don't cheat. And I know women gonna say, that's not true. I'm being honest with you. Men, usually average men don't cheat. The men who normally cheat are men who used to be players and have a lot of options to get women, and they always been like that. But most of the time, the men that I work with, and I'm just going on my own experiences of men that I work with, they love their wives. Not that men discuss about cheating, but you could tell a man who be cheating on their wife or whatnot, they gonna talk about this woman. They always talking about women, which men talk about women, but normally when a man is married, men normally talk about past tense, right? Of like the women we dealt with when we was younger or whatever, right? Usually men who still be cheating be talking in the present. And you like, damn, that shit sound like last Friday. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that the average man normally don't cheat. Ladies, you gotta understand this. If a man get on one knee in front of your family, or just get on one knee and proposes to you, y'all get married, y'all have a wedding, usually men 9 times out of 10 don't go into a marriage looking to cheat. I want women to understand this. If a man gets on one knee to propose to you and say, I want to marry you, there's no conditions. It's not like you just got pregnant and he don't want the child to be a bastard child, or you forcing him to marry you because y'all been together for a long time and you gave him an ultimatum and finally he marries you. No, when you're not expecting it, that a man gets on one knee, has a ring, to propose to you, y'all get married. Usually men don't go into a marriage looking to cheat. We feel like, you know what? This is the right woman for me. I'm gonna settle down with this woman, and I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with her, and I don't want no other woman. That's how men usually go into this. Now, I'm not saying that the wife causes the husband to cheat. I'm not saying that. But I will say that women, and I know how stressful life can be on the woman and stressful on the man, right? But I will say that I've talked to men before that told me, man, shit. Man, me and my wife, it's been a minute since I've been getting some. I don't get some on a regular basis. You know, matter of fact, I had a homie back in the day. He was a sheriff, and I remember telling me, he was like, man, I know I cheat. I shouldn't be cheating, but he did say this. He said, man, my wife was withholding sex from me, man, for like months, and I ain't know what's going on, and then I decided to cheat. You know what I'm saying? Because and this is the reason why I made this type of video, because I want ladies to understand that when you are married, not even just married, sex is an important factor to men. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Sex is very important to men. And ladies, if you know sex is important to men and you married, I know there's times where you might have kids and you might not be in the mood. Other things might be going on, but if we in a marriage, and I'm not saying, ladies, we gotta have sex every day, right? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that when you start and you in a marriage and you start going 2 to 3 to almost a month without having sex, that's a problem. Something is going on. And it's something that both, and I'm not just putting it just on the woman, is men, husbands, we have to do better in communicating, having a communication with your wife and say, baby, what's going on? Something is going on. Something's missing. Something's broken. What's up? Before we go out and cheat, we need to have that conversation, because husbands say, okay, I'm going to just go do this. it's gonna be something quick. It's even if I gotta pay for it, it's not like it's emotional. Sex is not really, it's not emotional for men like it is for women, right? So a man can look at it like, I can go pay this hooker, I can go pay this prostitute, I can go pay her for a good time and be done. No attachments, no nothing. I ain't gotta worry about trying to blow my phone up. I ain't gotta worry about her trying to look for my wife on social media. This is just what it is. Now, I'm not excusing it. You know, I don't believe in paying for sex. I'm sorry. I don't believe in paying for it. That's just me. But at the same time, I understand. I don't pay for it. I don't condone it. But I understand if you feel like you're in a marriage, you're in a sexless marriage. And I'm not trying to blame the ladies. I'm not trying to blame the wives. But as a man, ladies, the wives, you have to give your husband, like, you have to do that. Like, you cannot go long periods of time. And when she said that, it made sense. And she said that the husbands had told her, I love my wife. I adore my wife. I love my kids. I would never want to break my family up. But if I'm not getting it, then I gotta go get it. And that's a true enough statement. She said that this woman was a prostitute turned adult film star. And this woman said she had a lot of talks with a lot of men. If she slept with 1,000 men in one day, you can imagine, and that's when she was an adult film star. So you can imagine how many men she slept with when she was a prostitute. So if she's saying that all of these men she talked to who were married, had girlfriends, they all was saying, majority of them was all saying the same thing. What does that tell you? Sex is very important, ladies. I really want, and I know, ladies, y'all gonna come for me and say in the comments and say, you can cook, you can clean, you could do all of this, and a man still would cheat. I know you gonna say that. But I'ma say this. You know you can't stop nobody from cheating. But I'ma say this. 9 times out of 10, when a man get older, this is when a man get older. I can't say when a man is in their 20s. You know what I'm saying? But when a man get older in his 30s, 40s plus, we can get consistent intimacy from our wife, girlfriend, whatever, the average man will be all right. Unless the dude is just a straight player, if he still ain't gave up his player ways and he the player type, then that pretty much ain't gonna change him. But for the most part, I will still stand by this. The average man don't cheat. I'm telling you, like, well, if a man is, especially if an average man is married, average men don't cheat. I'm telling you, they don't cheat. They just love their wife. If they suffering, not getting sex, not getting, they gotta ask permission to get head from their wife, like, long, you know what I'm saying? Like husbands be going through it. And, you know, I made a video about this before, and now this has become clear. This woman, Bunny Blue, adult film star / prostitute, came out and said the exact same thing. But hey, y'all let me know what y'all think about this video. Ladies, please comment. Fellas, comment. You know what I mean? Like, let it be known. You know, let it be known. Tell the truth. It is what it is. But I'm King Tyson. Peace and blessings, one love. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm out.